Okay, I think we're live. Hi, everybody. I'm Chandra Brooks, founder of the Powerhouse Academy and the Powerhouse Women. I'm so excited to finally get on the internet tonight and do this interview with Dolores Santa Cruz. We've been trying to do this interview all day long, but for some reason, um, the universe was trying to hold us back, but we did not let it hold us back today. The power went out where I'm at right today for hours, right when I went live with Dolores at 2 o'clock, and then other technical difficulties with my computer and my phone, and I had to jump on my phone and get on here. But one thing about women who are leaders is that we don't let stuff like that get to us because we dealt with bigger issues, and also we are problem solvers and we figure it out. Instead of making excuses, we find a way and make a way. So Dolores, thank you for being here with me. Dolores is a client of mine. She is still a client, and she came to me back in December for my business mentorship program that I held for 5 days, and she joined it. And since then, she told me she wanted to start a foundation in honor of her late husband, and she did that. She started that foundation, built it from the ground up since December, and we're already making waves and doing some big things with that foundation. So, Dolores, I want to introduce you and thank you again for being here with me. Tell people about who you are, how you got started, and why you got started, all that great stuff.
Great. Thank you so much, Chandra. Actually, I'm a mother first and also a grandma of 8 grandbabies. So
Wow.
pretty excited about, that
Yes.
itself is the family again. And that's why I named the foundation, added the family to it because we are a big family. So wanted to make sure of that. And so uh, thinking back, like, about the foundation is like that is again part of the grieving journey was like trying to find myself, right? And I went and I realized that person still existed even
Yes.
after my husband passed. So
Hmm.
again, that is the person that I'm going to share with you and how I found that and to create the foundation.
Yes, and that was your your wonderful husband who loved the community, and you as a community leader and participate in a lot of the community things that you were a part of. Years and years of community service and volunteerism, grassroots, helping organizations start, being on the board, being an employee of organizations throughout the east side of San Jose, and your husband was always there right behind you, supporting you, driving you around, and being your partner and supporter and biggest fan. While you were out here saving the community, he was right there with you doing it, right? Kind of like a silent one, but he was there. He was always there.
Yes, you are so correct about that. And that's why I say that it's not the foundation is really based on everything that he helped me do. And I will, as we go with the interview, after the interview, I'm going to post a legacy of the kind of person that he was because it's just something that I think it's important that sometimes we get to shine and there's
Yeah.
people behind us all the time, supporting us and pushing us and like you say, he was one of my biggest fans because he always used to tell me that. He would tell me, I'm so proud. Like, sometimes I think he would sit at the YMCA and just look and just know that, especially when I was like leveling up there, I actually got up as an associate exec. So he was so proud of that, and then of course things happen, life happened. He got
Yeah.
sick and, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, there's no bigger honor than keeping the legacy going, and I know he's looking down upon you and the family, and so proud of what you created. And one thing that Dolores has since we started this journey together in December, always making sure that her husband was at the forefront of the purpose behind it, and that he's included in the logo and in the board connections and the board of directors and he's on the website and everything. And I just think that this is the biggest honor that you can do for somebody that has passed, to keep their legacy alive and to keep the memory alive. And this memory and legacy is going to continue for years upon years upon years. Your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, and your great great grandchildren. That's what like so amazing about it, and it gets me all kind of teary eyed, and I start feeling the love because I know that I'm going to look back and say I was there, and I had a part in that, helping her lift that up. But just telling my kids, like, I remember when that organization just was an idea, right? and
Right.
and you, and you built it to a foundation. And the foundation is a organization to help youth on the east side with scholarships for college. So tell a little bit about the purpose behind the Santa Cruz Family Foundation.
So the purpose of it again is giving meaningful scholarships. So what I mean by that is I want to be able to give out like like up to 5, 10,000. Again depending on what we raise. But I've talked to some scholarship recipients, and they say even 1,000 would help them a lot. But I'm
Yes.
thinking, I always think big. I
Yes.
always want to make sure that we give them what the necessary resources that they need. And again, these scholarships come from uh, just my husband and myself with the 4 children. When we didn't realize ourselves that we were going to have 3 in college, and we thought we were prepared, but again some 2 of them went on to San Jose State, and they worked, and the other 2 were my boys. They're the ones that keep me on my toes. They actually, one of them came to me and said, nope, not going to college, it's going to take too long. I can do it faster. So he went to vocational school, and you know what, he was right. He
Yeah.
is very successful and doing good, and actually been able to purchase his home because again the job that he selected, he's doing really great. And my other son, the same thing. He's like, nope, he went to trade school, and so he's also just purchased his home last year. So what I found again with my experience is that Richard and I were not rich, but we were not low income according to guidelines, but yet we still had a mortgage and we had 4 kids, and there was no way we could support all 4 kids. So that's what started me thinking about it, starting to talk to more parents, and I'm finding the same thing. So it's not just low income, and it's not just about college. This is what's going to make the foundation unique, is that we're looking to see again funding college, vocational, trade school, whatever it is to make individuals successful. Because again, my belief has been that the more opportunities and experience you can give an individual, the more successful they become.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I'm so excited about it because, I mean, not only has Dolores already built the structure of her organization, and this is kind of how we started. I'm getting just a little bit more backstory behind it. Me and Dolores have known each other for a long time, probably over 10 years now. When I joined the board of the East Side, East Valley
Mhm.
YMCA years ago, on the board of directors. She was there as well. Were you were working there? Were you working
Yes,
or on the board with me?
I was working there. I was the office
Okay.
at the time.
Yes, yes. And so we had to do a lot of things together, a lot of projects and initiatives. And so we're closely with her. So I got to know her there. And since then, right, I left the board, and then we just been friends. You stay connected to people on social media.
Mhm.
So she's been watching me, following me for a while. And I've been, of course, seeing what she's doing and what she's up to. And you just don't know how some people could come into your lives and help you and guide you or support you in goals that you want to achieve. But yeah, so then she connected with me in December and joined my 5-day business mentorship program that I had. It was on a Black Friday sale,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yes, that's what caught my eye because again, I always looking for those specials and discounts. So I thought, and not only that, it was the time, like again, it was the end of December, the new year was beginning 2022, and I just the title of being a widow is not something that I like, and I
Yeah.
said to myself, what do I need to do? Again, it was the we, and now I have to find the me. And so when I saw that, I thought, that's a good opportunity because again, one of my friends, she just reminded me, she's actually on my advisory council. She reminded me that I shared this with her like right after I left, after Richard passed, I decided to take a trip and I went to her home to, like try to recharge myself. And she said I shared that with her, but as you know, grief, you're
Yeah,
like a fog, so you don't know.
yeah,
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 so it was there. So I think, like I say, I feel like everything keeps falling in place,
yeah,
following you, that New Year's, decision that I wanted to make, and and then I made it by going on to your program, the leadership one, and then I really, I feel like you just opened up so much for me in those 5 days that I needed to continue. And that's why I also joined the Powerhouse Academy, which has been a tremendous, I can't even tell you how, you know, how, uh, how,
mm,
how it's changed me. Not
wow,
only changed me, but also has given the foundation wings. I mean, I'm even in awe sometimes when I'm like, oh my God, I've done that already, and I've done that, and we're on to the next phase, which is exciting.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'm honored to help you and guide you. I mean, this is the whole reason why I started my business is to help women like you that had a purpose, right, behind a business that was going, that my work could contribute to more people's lives being affected and social change and giving back to our communities. That's what Powerhouse is all about. That's the foundation of Powerhouse. So, it's an honor for me to work with you and to help you and guide you. And my connections are your connections, and my resources are your resources. I don't hoard anything. I try to share every resource that I have in order to build something that's going to help more youth in East San Jose.
And I thank you for that because that is so true. I believe, again, my whole thing about when I started with that 5 day about investing in yourself, I've
Hmm.
already invested over $10,000 in the foundation because that is how I truly believe in
Yes.
giving back. And like you said, you mentioned all the community, organizations that I volunteered for. That again goes back to who I am is I'm a person that wants to give back. I want to be the person to be the solution to some of these, things out in our neighborhood. And
Yeah.
so again, I thank you because you have shared that with me. I mean, my business coach was one of your clients. I met her in one of the classes, and I just thought, oh my God, how exciting to be in a class, not only for individuals such as myself that are thinking or wanting to do it, but that there was other people there leveling themselves up, which was what Angela was doing, right? And so her and I, she's my business coach, and she keeps me on my toes just like you. So I think she's learned really good stuff from me. She keeps me accountable. You teach me accountability. You teach me how to show up. Uh,
Yeah.
you inspire me because I feel that you can do it. I can do it. So,
Yes.
and then too with the network of women that I'm in class with now, I just love them.
Yeah.
I just feel and I could see growth. I mean, there's days,
Yeah.
I mean, you're for us to be meeting once a week and then our one-on-ones, that is exactly what people need and people should invest in getting a
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's good that you say that because that's what I try to tell people. I mean, honestly, it's not about me making money. I really try to keep my prices minimal to what some other coaches are charging out there because I want more women and more people to have access to this. Sorry, I had a call coming in. Have access to something like this. But it's definitely necessary because sometimes we second guess what we're trying to build, right? And we don't know where to start. We don't know who to go to first, what to build first, right? Because I want to give an example on how you are trying to do some things, and I would tell you, no,
Mhm.
let's focus on this stuff first. Let's
Correct.
build this foundation, and then we'll go do that because you might be spinning your wheels doing the other things, right? When you got to build these other things first, so then you can get donations, and then you could collect funds for the foundation, and then you can do that. You need an outside perspective
Mhm.
to help you, and also to connect you to where you need to go, and also push you, right? Because holding you accountable to say, okay, you're going to have this X, Y, and Z done when we meet next Tuesday, or when we meet next Wednesday, and you get it done, right?
Yeah.
I know the power of accountability, because and when I learned that, when it came to coaching,
Mhm.
I've kept a coach on payroll for the last 6 years of my business, because I need somebody to push me. I need the accountability. I need the level up. I need to be surrounded, right, by a
Correct.
circle of other ambitious people that are at my level, that are going to challenge me and push me and encourage me and support me. So all of that is included in the Powerhouse Academy, and the coaching and the support. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know, and we don't know what we need, right? You probably didn't think you needed Powerhouse or coaching until you did it.
No, correct. And I'm telling you, I think I shared with you, like, with one of the exercises that we do, because again, your playbook is
Yeah,
extraordinary. I mean, it has so many great exercises that you think, oh, I already know how to do that. Oh, I know. But then when I go to listen, like, the mindset was, I thought I was pretty um,
strong.
strong, you know,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
there's days when it can get you, right? And you have
yes,
to learn how to switch
yeah.
it up, right?
Catch and switch.
Catch and switch,
The catch and switch.
right? And so,
Yeah.
and I think the other one was when you told me to write the, biography, and then to also tell my story, and I was like, one day, I mean, when I was writing the story, and I said, am I going to use this? Like, when will I use this? And here we are, right? We're like, yay,
Right.
I get to use some of my story stuff that I wrote on there. So I'm,
Yeah.
I said, and what I like about too is that, is that you really make us think big, like, you just blew my mind away when you asked me, like, Dolores, what would you do if someone would come and give you $1 million for the foundation? Now, oh my God, you had my head was spinning,
Wheels spinning, huh?
right? But I said it. I know I
Yeah.
did.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, and it's just been an honor to see you grow. I'm telling you, if you ask any coach, having a client that does everything you tell them to do and some, is like the best clients in the world. and
thank
and
you.
something that we really love and cherish, because not everybody does what we tell them to do. And it's not about you listening and you taking our demands, but there's a reason why I'm in this position. There's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why God gifted me with certain talents and gifts for me to offer them. And I'm offering them, I'm giving them. So when people don't listen and people don't do the work, right, to meet me halfway, it's frustrating. It's frustrating, and it's really tough, because you take it personal
Mhm.
when you have a client that's not successful because they're not doing the work. But you go above and beyond, and you do even more. And I want to go back and give a shout out to Angela Moore, Lofton Moore, my client, former client, and a business coach herself.
Mhm.
Um, Angela came to me last year wanting to create a program for women that were in their second acts of life,
Mhm.
and didn't know what kind of coaching program she wanted to create. So I helped her. We created the second act business builders. So it's a program that helps women in their second act, whether they're going through divorce, or they're maybe a widow, right, or they're
Right.
retiring, or like they left a certain type of job and they're moving into a different career. They are in their second act of life, and they want to finally create that vision and that dream that they always desired. And Angela created that while working with me, and she just blew it up, and her business is blowing up. She's doing excellent herself. So she's
Mhm.
also a client that has done everything I told her to do and some, and she's seen the results, right? When you do the work, when you take the actions,
Mhm.
miraculously, the
Results.
results happen.
Mhm. And I
The
have to
results
say
happen.
and I have to just say, for the existing clients that are, part of the academy,
Yeah,
and future, is, if you're going to invest, and you're going to invest some money,
yeah,
is you need to do the work,
yes,
because you're just shortchanging yourself if you don't do the work. And
Exactly.
I mean, I feel that again, Chandra, I'm so thankful because I know that you invest in yourself and you
Yeah,
give us all that you have learned, all your knowledge. Again, I just was on the playbook and I was listening to Steve Bacon, and oh my God, he is awesome. I was just like, I was like, wow. And so, like I
yeah,
say, it's you give us a whole variety of so many tools and resources that I don't even know how we cannot be successful.
yeah,
Because again, you invest in yourself and you have to do the work. There's not success does not come to you without work. You need to work.
exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yes, I've invested over $50,000 in coaching. And I knew that I was going to be somebody that there's not a lot of people like me that are going to invest in that level. And if I wanted to get to the levels that I wanted to get to, I knew I had to keep investing. And I
Yes,
had to hire the best coaches. If I wanted to be the best, I had to hire the best coaches. So I always tell people out there that are hesitant about investing in themselves is like, don't look at the initial investment, look at the long-term benefit, right?
correct.
What is this short term benefit investment going to take me? Is it going to build me a six-figure business, a multi-million dollar foundation? With the skills that I'm taking along, I will know how to raise money that's going to affect all these people's lives for decades to come, right?
Correct. Well,
Not just like going to go away in a couple months. This
yeah.
foundation is going to be here forever.
Yes, and the reason, like I said, at first I thought, okay, I have the 10,000. I'll just give two scholarships, 5,000 and 5,000. But then I was like, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I see for my, for the family, for a legacy. I was like, so now I see myself. Okay, so I invested in the ten, and then now I got all this great knowledge from yourself and from Angela and other people that have come into my life because of being on in the academy, that I find that now we're going to raise $100,000, and what is that going to do? And then we're
Right.
going to continue. So I'm just like,
Exactly.
okay, like you say, invest 10,000 is going to do 100,000 and even
Exactly.
more, and I'll be
Yes.
able to provide more scholarships, and we affect more lives, and so
Yes.
definitely that's how I see it. Hmm.
Yeah, and it's just going to keep changing lives and affecting people. And now you have community support. You have a board of directors.
Yes.
We're going to have an imaginatory or
So it's it's called the
imaging
imaging session.
imaging session to
With
really bring people to the table, board members, community partners, and friends to help imagine what this foundation can truly be. And she has meetings set up with other foundations that give money. I mean, this
yes.
lady is on fire, everybody. Okay. So if Dolores can do it, you can do it too. Like if you've been sitting, and I've had many people come to me saying, Chandra, I want to start a foundation in honor of my loved one, but they never move forward on it, right? They never move forward or really take the action. It takes time, it takes resources, it could take money. But if we really want something, we always find a way to pay for it, right? And
Correct.
and doing anything else, whether it's a vacation, whether it's new clothes, whether it's whatever we want to invest in, we always put our dreams and our desires on the back burner. So women, if you're out there desiring to start something, a legacy for somebody, and you just haven't had any traction, maybe you did do it and it's little, and you want to do more with it, you really have to look deep within yourself and say, what do I need to do by any means necessary to build this in honor of my loved one, right?
Mhm.
In honor of somebody that is important to me, right? Because like I said, we find a way or we find an excuse,
Mhm.
right? And then we have regret later, and you don't want to go into regret, and you don't want to regret this. So, Dolores, anything you want to say to anybody considering coaching, anybody considering starting a foundation, a last message to the people watching?
Well, first of all, I want to show you who my husband is, and this is my
Yes.
Richard. Oops, Richard. And
Oh,
again,
that's Richard.
it's so important to know that you can do it. I think
Yeah.
that's the main thing. And you know what? And if you can't do it, you find someone that can do it for you.
Yes,
You know,
ma'am.
it's going to cost money, but it's okay because sometimes investing gets you quicker results. Because
Yes.
I know that if I try,
Right. It could have took longer.
I tried to start the 501(c)(3) paperwork, and
Yeah.
I went in and I looked at it and I was like, "Oh my God." And then it was saying that if I don't do it properly, that it will be sent back. And that's when I talked to you, and then you referred me over to Angela, and just
Yes.
things started rolling.
And
And
we
look,
got it done.
we're like four months into it, and we have, we're a legal foundation, like you said, the board of directors. So yes, do, like I said, coaching is really important. And coaching is important in so many ways. It's about yourself. Some
Yes.
we have mindsets that are not good.
Oh, it's more, right? That's pretty what it is making
That's
you
what it
believe.
is.
That's
Yes.
what Powerhouse is about, is making you finally believe in yourself and the confidence to believe in yourself, to finally take that action, all those steps that you need to take. If you
Hmm.
don't believe, you can't make anybody else believe.
Right.
So, Dolores, I'm sorry to cut you off, but before